Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. This afternoon, women's soccer in an NCCAA South Region matchup as the Lady Eagles battle the Bruins of Bob Jones University. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau is our cameraman as we are getting ready to bring you exciting South Region women's soccer here at Talon Field on the campus of Trinity Baptist College. You see the young ladies lined up, and in just a moment we will turn it over to Angelo Fernandez of the men's soccer team. He's going to introduce our lineups and start us with opening prayer and our national anthem, and we'll be back with you right afterward on TBC Eagles.
Today's match is between the Bruins from Bob Jones University versus your very own Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise for opening prayer? We thank you, Lord, for this new day, for this new blessing that you gave us, for these new 90 minutes you're going to give these girls to play this sport, Lord. We pray for a game with no injuries, and in your name we pray, amen. Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Here's a silent lineup for the visiting Bruins of Bob Jones University. Number 0, Angelina Martin. Number 3, Caroline Roach. Number 4, Abby Davis. Number 6, Kristen Rao. Number 7, Megan Brookwink. Number 8, Bailey Martin. Number 15, Jenny Towson. Number 18, Marisa Alovich. Number 22, Mia Skikus. Number 24, Kayla Romazo. Number 25, Grace Hoffman. And now the starting lineup for your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Number 2, Arisa Robles. Number 4, Christine Pabon. Number 6, Jennifer Jeffrey. Number 11, Nicole Record. Number 13, Heather Rainero. Number 16, Kesera Adams. Number 17, Emily Davis. Number 19, Alexa Goen. Number 21, Kylie Sanders. Number 12, Kareem Mitchell. And number 13, Kaylin Frizin.
And there you have our starting lineups, and we're just a couple of moments away from kickoff between the Eagles and the Bruins here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Also tonight, Eagles women's volleyball is home in the gymnasium, and the Lady Eagles volleyball team will take on the Royals from Johnson University of Tennessee. Hoping we can get down to the gym in time as that first serve is scheduled for 7 p.m. this evening. And this coming Saturday, it is homecoming here at Trinity Baptist College. The Lady Eagles will play Grace Christian University at 4:30 in the afternoon. And then at 7 p.m., the first ever night game in Trinity Baptist College soccer history, as a gentleman will play Talladega College. And that is homecoming Saturday, October 20th, just 2 days away. Meanwhile, the Lady Eagles women's soccer team has a record of 2 wins and 6 losses overall on the season. Both those wins, however, have been in the South region. Eagles have defeated Toccoa Falls College both times that those two teams have met. 2-0 on September 21st, 3-1 on September 28th. The Eagles have scored 8 goals in 8 games and have allowed 24. The leading scorer, number 16, Kazira Odoms, with 4 goals and 1 assist. Nia Nicole Rocourt has 3 goals, and Kylie Sanders has put 1 into the back of the net. Bob Jones University Lady Bruins, with a record of 7 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties on the season, have played just 1 South Region game. The Bruins defeated Toccoa Falls 6-1 on October 5th, and the Bruins are 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. They have scored 30 goals on the season, an average of 2.14 goals per game in those 14 games, 16.3 shots taken. The defense has allowed 21 goals, 1.5 per game, and have allowed the opponents to get off 16.7 shots per game. We are underway, and our starting goalkeepers for the Eagles, Jennifer Jeffrey, 13 goals allowed and 38 saves on the season. And for the Bruins, Angelina Martin has allowed 7 goals and she has saved 49 shots on goal. It is a very overcast Thursday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville. 81 degrees. It feels great out here with the 16-mile-an-hour winds blowing from the northeast. That will go left to right across your screen. There's a 40% chance of heavy rain in the forecast. That rain right now in Putnam and St. Johns County, 2 counties southeast of us, both Putnam and St. Johns. That's Palatka and St. Augustine area, for those familiar with Northeast Florida. Bruins in their road blues with the light blue stripes, wearing the royal blue shorts and the white letterings, and the Eagles going from right to left as we get started in the first half. They are wearing their home whites with the blue shorts and the blue numbers on the back, so you're up to date as we get underway here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Glad you're able to join us. Hello and a shout out to Johnny Gammett, the fantastic sports information director of Bob Jones University. Always glad to know that you're joining us and you like to check out every game possible, home or away, on the various teams' live feed. Of course, Bob Jones University does a tremendous job of streaming as well on live stream, and you can catch that through bjubruins.com for all the information. TBCEagles.com for Trinity Baptist College. Eagles now on the move. Here is Kazira Odoms trying to beat one, and she is blocked just inside the box. And a good job of defense by the Lady Bruins. Ball bounds away from Emily Davis, but sent back upfield. That was Alexa Goodwin. Defense in the backfield led by Jennifer Townsend, who's also scored once this season. Abby Davis, number 4, 17 goals in 14 games for the Bruins. She also has 2 assists. Bailey Martin has scored 4 times. Allie Sigmund 3. Caroline Hartzler has a couple of assists. Kayla Romsmeyer, Marissa Albach have each scored a goal as well. That one hit off the back of Haley Ridenauer, one of the defensive specialists for the Eagles. And on the move is Grace Hoffman. She tries to send it inside, but it is out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for Jennifer Jeffrey of Trinity Baptist College. Jeffrey wearing the very multi-colored goalie jersey. And on the other end, the left side of your screen, Angelina Martin in a nice bright red in goal for the Bruins. Eagles baseball team also practicing, just finishing up, so we'll have some of the gentlemen on the baseball team in the bleachers before too long. And we see Brandon Tucker and Marcus Dixon of Eagles men's basketball in attendance as well. I got to say hi to them just a few minutes ago. They start their action next Saturday afternoon, October 27th, as this one heads back to Jeffrey. And that one shanks off her foot and stays upfield for the Bruins. Men's basketball, led by Coach John D. Jones, will play Florida Gateway College, the season opener next Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. We will have it on TBC Eagles. Dean and I will be here. Again, that's a tip-off time of 3 p.m. next Saturday afternoon. Odoms could not get to the ball in time. She was all alone as far as the Eagles are concerned on the offensive side of the field. Eagles men's soccer picked up a big South Region win just a couple of days ago right here on Talon Field. They defeated Johnson University of Florida 5-1. Clayton McDaniel was the player of the game with 2 goals. Eagles got a total of 5. Joseph Nava hit double digits with his 10th goal of the season as well. Nathan Williams got one into the net. And the Eagles won that game 5-1. They are 3-2 in now South Region play. The men's soccer tournament will be here at Trinity Baptist College. That will start on October 31st. The ladies are going to play at Bob Jones in Greenville, South Carolina. That's where their South Region tournament is. Not a good idea to let Abby Davis get control of the ball. 17 goals, trying to make a move. Passes it inside to Hoffman. And Goodwin is able to get on top of Hoffman and keep her from getting off the shot. Great job by the Eagles defense, this time led by Alexa Goodwin, one of the 2 seniors on the team who has played all 4 years of women's soccer that the Eagles have had a team on the field. Odoms now finds Rocourt. Back to Odoms, inside the box. Odoms will turn it around, try to find some help in the middle. Looked like she might have had a left-footed opportunity, but instead she tried to get it back inside, and the Bruins defense knocked it away. Collision, no contact, 1 Bruins player down. She's getting up and limping. That is Kayla Romiser. Hopefully I'm saying that name correctly, Romiser. 1 goal and 4 assists on the season. Romiser is a junior from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Leading scorer Abby Davis, a senior from Anderson, South Carolina. She's heading down to the corner, but will be called for offsides. Again, not a good idea for the Eagles to let Abby Davis get control of the ball, especially in the wide open field. She has scored more goals than the Bruins have played this season. 17 goals in 14 games. Free kick coming up for the Eagles. Kristen Pabone, another defensive specialist. She's a junior from Woodbridge, Virginia. Named Defensive Player of the Week earlier in the season. Picked up a few of those honors as last year as well. Rocourt could not beat Allback to the ball, and now the Bruins on the defensive side are going to try to set up a chance to attack the goal. All the way across the field is Megan Brubaker. 2 goals, 1 assist for this young lady. Tries to get to Davis, but Karima Mitchell beats Davis to the ball. Mitchell very fast for the Eagles. Karima Mitchell, one of last year's leading scorers. She's a sophomore from Augustine, Trinidad. Leading scorer last year was Alexa Vieira, no longer with Trinity Baptist College. A long pass to Davis inside the box, but she's beyond the defense. She had Goodwin beaten, however, she's called again for the offsides violation. Pabone just outside the box, getting ready for the free kick. Bob Jones Lady Bruins will play here again tomorrow afternoon. That will be a neutral game against Grace Christian University. Both teams here, Bob Jones obviously today, Grace coming in tomorrow to get ready to play against Trinity Baptist on Saturday. So while both teams are here, they just decided to go ahead and get a game in right here at Trinity Baptist College. Unfortunately, though, we will not be able to stream that game as I'm unavailable. I'm doing Trinity Christian Academy High School football in a different city 1 county over. Here's Robles on the move, gets off the shot, got under it and pulled it wide to the left. So Arissa Robles takes the first shot of the goal for either team. That one missed wide. Arissa Robles has also spent some time in the net as a goalkeeper as well. She has allowed 11 goals and saved 11 in her opportunities as the goalkeeper. Courtney Blanchett, last year's goalkeeper, missed the beginning of the season. About halfway through, she came back after having shoulder surgery, unable to play goalkeeper, but we're glad she's back on the field. This one sails out of bounds, and a second corner kick coming up for the Eagles. Courtney has played a lot of halfback, midfielder, had a couple of opportunities to try to score as well. Emily Davis in the corner will likely hook it in toward the net. Low line drive and knocked out of bounds once again for a third corner kick for the Eagles within the past minute. We're just about 10 minutes into the game. As I always say, though, my time unofficial. This is a great line drive, almost an opportunity for the Eagles, but didn't see which Bruins defender got ahead on it. Might have been Kayla Romiser. She was able to clear it away, and then Martin picked it up off the ground. So opportunity for the Eagles met with strong defense by the Bruins on that last exchange. Here is Hoffman in the corner. Cross pass, looked like it was intended for Davis, who was wide open, but Jeffrey came out of the net, picked off the pass, and she'll head up front for the punt. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors varsity football, undefeated, 8 wins, no losses. They're going to play one of their district rivals tomorrow night at Ponte Vedra High School in St. Johns County. That's where I'll be bringing the play-by-play on Jacksonville's FM 91.7 The Truth and ilovethetruth.com. So we're wishing the Conquerors all the best. They're trying to go undefeated once again and get back to the state championship game. Last year they missed it by 2 for the first time in 5 years. They ripped off 4 consecutive state championships. Last year had that string ended by Pensacola's West Florida. So the Conquerors looking to get back to that state championship game, this time as an undefeated team. Great move by Carolise Roach. She beats Friesina, and Roach then finds some help in the middle of the field. Bruins looking for Abby Davis, and Robles is able to send it back upfield, and that's Odoms with the ball at midfield, trying to get around one, loses control. Alabac is able to knock it away, but the Eagles get it right back. Here's Robles, one to beat. She gets by. Will she get off the shot? She does, but a foot save by Martin. Robles taking her second shot, this one on goal, and the first save for Angelina Martin coming out of the net. Great job by Martin, not trying to play hero, just making sure she got something in front of the ball. Kept the ball out of the net. Darker clouds starting to roll overhead. A couple of drops have now fallen. Hopefully we will not have to stop this feed. Here's Robles again trying to get around one. It's tapped away from her by Townsend. And then the Bruins are able to take the ball away from Arissa Robles. We do not want to have to stop the feed, but with a few $100, close to $1,000 worth of equipment up here, we'll have to if we must. And if that happens, let's hope it doesn't last long and we can get back on. Long pass to Davis. No, not Davis. That was Romiser, and she was offsides. Alexa Goodwin does a great job on the defense, making sure that she steps up and makes it difficult for the attackers to stay onside. So we'll see Goodwin make that play quite a bit. She's also very good at getting the ball away from the attackers and sending it back upfield to her offensive teammates. Temperatures in the breeze make it feel fantastic out here. We're just worried about those dark clouds. They are covering the left side of the field, which is the north end. A little bit brighter on the south end, the right side of your screen. So far the rain has stayed away throughout the entire day. We got a lot of heavy rain overnight, however. Bruins on the move to the left side. Goodwin could not get to the ball this time. A cross pass knocked away by Kylie Sanders. And now Ridenhour with the steal. She finds Rocourt near midfield. Rocourt sends it up, but her pass was off target and stolen away by Megan Brubaker. Robles and Brubaker battling for the ball. A collision and a blocking foul called on Megan Brubaker. That's a free kick for Trinity Baptist. Now a very light, misty sprinkle starting to fall here at Trinity Baptist College. Here is Goodwin stepping up from the backfield. Now Kristen Pabone will take the kick and send it right in front of the box. It hits off the foot of Friesna and bounds into possession of Abby Davis. Here's Romiser across field. Gets it back into the circle. Right in front of us is Carolise Roach. Good wall pass toward the corner. Hoffman chasing it down, unable to get there in time, out of bounds, and a throw-in for the Eagles. We get opportunities. We'll let you know the remaining schedules for both Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones University. Just a few games left for each team in the regular season. That one was intended for Davis and went right into the hands of Jennifer Jeffrey. Looked more like a pass attempt rather than a shot from the side. Not much of an angle. Davis was there and ready, but Jeffrey stepped up and made the play. We're about 18 minutes into the first half. No score. Eagles have taken 2 shots, 1 on goal. Bob Jones not yet gotten off a shot. They've had a couple of opportunities, but Jeffrey has gotten in the way of a couple of pass attempts. This one's going to go to Bob Jones, out of bounds, throw in for the Bruins. Martin sends it inside to Kristen Rigg. And now the shot attempt, the first of the afternoon for the Bruins. Marissa Alabak got under it just a bit, missed it wide to the right. Looked like it was a little high and would have sailed over the crossbar anyway. First shot attempt for Bob Jones, and a goal kick coming for Jennifer Jeffrey. Very nice crowd on both sides of the bleachers. Bruins bringing down some fans from Greenville. Of course, Trinity Baptist College, the home team, especially considering the weather we're facing and probably have in the forecast for the next few days. Hopefully homecoming Saturday will not be affected either. That's a big event here at TBC. Some of the tents and decorations already being put up. Here's Davis inside the box, takes her first attempt of the game, but goes right into the hands of Jennifer Jeffrey. So the first save for Jeffrey, shot number 2 overall. It's on goal for Abby Davis, her first attempt of the day. Bruins on the defense, taking their time to get it upfield, setting up a good possibility to attack. Mitchell knocks that one away, intended for Rigg. And out of bounds, last touch by Mitchell. And there you see Courtney Blandset wearing number 3. We talked about her a while ago. Very glad she's healthy and back on the field. May see her on the softball field again this coming season as well. Eagles softball will begin their 2nd season in existence this coming January. Coach Ashley Forsyth leading the Eagles softball team. Bob Jones may have a women's softball team on the field. I believe that would be 2020 if I remember correctly. This one out of bounds. Bruins will have the throw-in. So Johnny, we look forward to matching wits with you on the softball field. There you see off in the distance, that is our new women's softball field under construction. Should be ready by the 2020 season. So Johnny, maybe we'll have both our teams on that field in about a year and a half. Here's Jeffrey with the goal kick, getting ready Slight delay as a couple of ladies doing some equipment adjustment. And a kick, a low line drive headed right toward us and out of bounds. It's a throw in now for the Bruins. Bruins send it to the backcourt. Mia Shimkus. Again, hopefully I'm saying that name correctly. The dark clouds have covered the field now. Just a couple of raindrops fell a little while ago. Nothing at the moment, but those clouds look threatening. Great pass inside to Hoffman. One to beat. Pass towards Davis, and there's Goodwin again stepping up and taking one away. Playing set, trying to chase it down. She wins the battle to the ball, but then on her attempt to get it upfield, hit a little too strong off her foot. We mentioned Alexa Goodwin, one of two seniors who have played all 4 years for the Eagles. The other is Arissa Robles. And we have an Eagles player down right inside the circle. That is Emily Davis. Took a hard shot right off the body. And the clock will pause as the official tends to Davis. So Arissa Robles, Alexa Goodwin playing all 4 of the first 4 seasons of women's soccer here at Trinity Baptist College. Congratulations as they finish up and become the first 4-year players for Eagles women's soccer. We had that honor for the gentlemen on the baseball field this last spring. 6 seniors who played their 4 years, the first 4 years of TBC Eagles baseball in existence, led by John Shiver and Matt Carter, who are now assistant coaches for Mr. John Copeland. Bland set with the interception. She finds Rocourt, a wall pass, but just out of the reach of Blanset. Roach and Blanset now chasing the ball, and Roach will clear it out of bounds, and that gives her defense a chance to get back downfield. Throw in for the Eagles deep in potential scoring territory. "21 minutes into the first half. Coming up on the midway point, and we have a Bruins player down. Looks like just some equipment adjustment. That is Carolise Roach. She has 1 assist on the season. Saw her a moment ago make a great defensive play to keep the ball away from Courtney Blanset. No score between the Bruins and the Eagles, a South Region matchup. Bob Jones University, Trinity Baptist College. Each team has taken 2 shots, 1 on goal. Arissa Robles got off both shots for Trinity. Abby Davis and Marissa Albach for Bob Jones have made attempts at the net. No one has gotten one past either goalkeeper as of yet. Trinity Baptist looking for a chance right now. Ball gets loose. Ridenauer steps up from the backfield. Both Goodwin and Pabone across midfield. And Goodwin looking for Rocourt. Hits it a little too strong, and now Bob Jones has possession. Bruins back it up intentionally to set up another chance to advance. Pass to the left side, now downfield. This one for Romiser. Romiser loses control of the ball, but this one is out of bounds and will stay with the Bruins. Haley Ridenauer sends it back upfield, but the Bruins pick off the pass, and now Frazina with Pabone sending it back up. Rocourt, can she get there in time? No. And this one is going to tip off Emily Davis, stay with the Bruins, right over near their own bench. Bob Jones with a very full roster. Eagles a little smaller roster than they had last season. That's all right. They're doing a very nice job on the field. Both teams have played some very tough NAIA opponents this season. Kylie Sanders with the steal. She finds Blandsett, who could not control the ball, and now Blandsett, unintentional but called for the trip. Free kick coming up for Jennifer Townsend. Jennifer Townsend, a junior from Lexington, South Carolina, got us back underway after that penalty. Robles on the block, forcing Bob Jones to retreat. Near middle of the field is Bailey Martin. She has scored 4 times this season. She's also assisted 3 other times. Defense forces the Bruins to retreat. Excellent job by the Eagles. And Ridenauer again getting back in time. Bailey Martin over to the left side, and the Bruins again retreat. Noom Royamond in his first season as the Lady Eagles head coach, taking over for Coach Prince Board from last year. And this one is out of bounds. Last touch by Ridenauer, so the Bruins have a chance to throw it in deep in scoring territory. Weatherman being very nice to us so far. Abby Davis just outside the box. Has it taken away by Ridenauer. Davis looked like she tried to dribble and got a little too much leg onto that last dribble attempt. Blandsett playing some defense. Frisna taps it out of bounds. Roach will allow her offensive attackers to get into position before throwing it in. Right down the sideline, and Grace Hoffman. Little contact by Sanders. No call, and this one out of bounds, and it's Eagles throw in. That one stayed on the sidelines right by the flag post. So a throw in for Trinity Baptist. This ball is as close to the corner as you can possibly get it. About 22 minutes remaining in the first half. We have no score. And this one out of bounds off Ridenauer. So the Bruins will throw it in. Mitchell takes the pass away from Roach. Ridenauer trying to send it upfield. She found Robles, who could not corral it. All the way to the left side, Kayla Romiser. Emily Davis on the defense, trying to keep this one in bounds. Good job by Davis on the far side. Here's Robles. Pass too strong, out of the reach of Nia Rocourt. Very young Eagles roster this year. A lot of new faces, a lot of freshmen on the team. Rocourt being one of them, but she's from here in Jacksonville. Olivia Carpenter, also a freshman. Caitlin Frisna, we saw make a few defensive plays. Kazira Odoms, Eagles leading scorer. She's a freshman. She's also from here in Jacksonville. Alexander Toller, we'll get a good look at her a little later on, from Ackworth, Georgia, one of the many freshmen on the Eagles roster. They've played some good soccer, but again, they've played some very tough, very good NAIA teams as well, and played most of those games very close. 2-6 on the season, but a couple of those games could have gone either way. Goodwin had to beat Abby Davis to the ball, and she's able to clear it out of bounds, momentarily at least, stopping the Bruins' attack. Substitution now for Bob Jones. Grace Hoffman will head off. And the new Bruins player wearing number 10, Allie Sigmund, 3 goals, 1 assist on the season. Blansett steps up from behind, but the Bruins are able to maintain possession. Again, they back up to the backfield. All that's intentional as they try to set up another offensive play. Romiser outside the box, now getting in the left side, cross pass and out of the reach of Sigmund, and a break for the Eagles. Sigmund had a wide open net in front of her, but that cross pass missed its target, and the score remains no score. That one sails out of bounds. Looked like Caroline Roach with the shot attempt, missing wide to the right. Eagles caught a break on that last exchange. Sigmund wide open in front of the net, and nobody between her and that net. Approximately 15 minutes remaining in the first half. No score between the Bruins and the Eagles. Goodwin with the steal. She found Rocourt just past midfield. And a long pass across the field. Roach and Blansett again battling for the ball. Roach is able to win that battle. And the Bruins will send it right in front of us to Allie Sigmund. Now Ridenauer and Kristen Rigg both going for the ball. Pabon steps up. I think the wind knocked that one down, kept it inbounds. Blansett now chasing the ball with Townsend, and it's Townsend who comes away with possession. Long pass to the other side of the field where Kayla Romiser is waiting. She finds some help in a big collision and a whistle. That's a blocking foul on Alexa Goodwin. Both ladies went down, both got up very quickly. Good to see nobody hurt. Free kick coming for Bob Jones. I remember last year, Abby Davis in the South Region Final connected on a free kick from about that far on the other side of the field. That tied the game at 1 with just a couple of minutes left. And I forget which Bruins scored the game winner in that game, but it was a similar play with the ball live. Here's a long kick towards a goal and off the post, and a header misses high. And we're going to see which two young ladies took shot on the goal there. That looked like Bailey Martin with the header. And the free kick attempt from Marissa Alabach hit the post. That's a shot on goal. That's her second attempt, first on goal. And again, another break for the Eagles. That ball sailed over Ridenauer's head. It got some wind under it. The wind helped it out, but then may have also pushed it into the post. And then Martin with the header got under it just a bit. So still no score. Bob Jones has had much better ball control in the latter portions of this first half. Trinity started most of the first half with the better ball control. Blansett takes the pass from Rocourt, trying to beat Roach. Sent back to the middle. Hit off Rocourt and back into the possession of the Bruins. Bob Jones came from behind in that South Region Final last year. As we told you about, Karima Mitchell scored the goal for the Eagles, who led 1-0 almost the entire way until the last few minutes. Bruins ended up getting 2 to go to the national tournament. Here's a long pass toward Romiser. And Kristen Pabon clears it away. Pabon now with one behind her, finds Robles. Robles now at midfield inside the circle. Pass towards Blansett. However, Townsend's going to beat her to the ball. Just a little out of reach. And a pass upfield goes right back to the Eagles' possession. Pabon could not control it. Davis taps it back to Martin. Back to Davis, midfield, loses control. Davis on Goodwin, who's able to find Emily Davis for the Eagles. Robles inside the circle. Has help on both sides. Caitlin Frisna heading it downfield and into the possession of Angelina Martin. That is her second save. The wind knocked down that shot from Frisna. It is blowing, as we said, 16, gusting up a little over 20 miles per hour. It's going left to right across your screen. It's going to help the Bruins now. Eagles will get the wind in the back, barring any shift in that wind throughout the second half. And now we have a whistle right inside the circle. That's going to be a foul called on Caitlin Frisna. So Frisina on the play. Free kick coming up for the Bruins. Taking this kick will be Alabach, sending it downtown toward the goal and just out of reach of Romiser, out of bounds. Alabach looked like she was going for the goal, so I'm marking that as a shot attempt. Romiser was there, but could not reach it in time. It missed wide to the left. Bruins not afraid to take those free kicks from near midfield and send them downtown, especially with the wind in their backs. Couple of substitutions. Number 9, Sarah Epperson, now on the field for Bob Jones. And if I got that correct, number 23, Megan Hendrick, also now on the field for the Bruins. Townsend near midfield, all by herself, sends it up towards Romiser. Loose ball, and Goodwin's able to back it up, keep it away from Abby Davis. Ridenhour misses her kick attempt, and we're going to have a foul. Hopefully that's not inside the box, because that looks like a foul against the Eagles. Official talking with Jennifer Ridenhour. Again, no indication if that was in the box or just outside. This one is just maybe a yard or so outside the line. So a free direct kick coming up for Bob Jones. 3 Eagles standing in front. They'll be backed up the required 10 yards. Couple more Eagles defenders guarding one side of the net. Jeffrey right in the middle. 2 Bruins behind that wall. Jennifer Townsend taking the kick. She sends it toward the goal, and it's a goal for the Bruins. Jennifer Townsend with approximately 8 minutes remaining in the first half. On the free direct kick right outside the box. It's 1-0 Bob Jones. So the first attempt by Townsend is good, and it's 1-0 Bruins. That ball had a lot of hook on it. Sailed away from Jennifer Jeffrey. A very nice shot by Jennifer Townsend. Sanders Friedens for Cena on the left side for the Eagles. Ball across midfield. Lancet and Roach tangle up. No call. Everybody gets up. All is good. Over near the Bruins bench, sent upfield by Goodwin. Sierra Warren with that last possession for the Eagles. Tried to find Blanchett, pass attempt rather, a little bit off the mark. And this one off the foot of Epperson, a little too strong, and the Eagles will throw it in. One 1-0 Bruins, a goal by Jennifer Townsend in minute 37. Throw in now for the Bruins. Roach very quickly finds Epperson, trying to get around Karima Mitchell. Epperson and Mitchell going for the ball, and retreat by the Bruins to set up another attack. Number 2 right in front of us, Jessica Bond, now on the field for Bob Jones. As we said a moment ago, Sierra Warren for Trinity Baptist. Long pass downfield for Sigmund, and Jeffrey steps up, clears it away with her foot, out of bounds just inside the sideline, so that will be a throw-in. Couple of sprinkles now starting to fall, nothing hard just yet. Hopefully it'll stay away for at least another hour or so. Bland set. Has it knocked away from her by Jessica Bond. It's Eagles throw-in. Rosina gets it back in. Sanders behind midfield, backs it up to Ridenauer. Abby Davis giving chase. Pabone had to get rid of it quickly. And we're going to have a tripping foul called against Emily Davis and a free kick coming for the Bruins. 3 times already we've seen them go right at the goal. One of those was very successful. Here's Jessica Bond, this time a tap toward the left side. Nice play by Caroline Hartzler. Flag is up, and Abby Davis called for the offsides. Just a few minutes remaining here in the first half. Bruins lead it 1-0. Pabone taps it to the outside. Goodwin bringing it up near midfield. She's mainly a defender, but if she gets an opportunity, she will take it up and try to get off the shot. We've seen her do that a number of times in her 4 years. Sanders right at midfield. Tries to get around Sigmund. And Epperson wins that battle for the ball. Bruins send it upfield, kept inbounds, and then it kind of bounces off on the sideline, so Eagles will throw it in. Goodwin with a big boot again into the wind. Robles, can she get to the ball? On the race with Roach. And a handball not going to be called, and yes, now it will be. Now, was it inside the line is the question. Robles immediately got up and signaled handball to the official. The official made the call, but again, in his judgment, was Roach inside the box. It looked a little bit to the left of the line from my vantage point, so that's going to be a free kick, though, for the Eagles. And that ball is placed about a couple of inches off the line. Pabone comes up from the backfield. We've seen her take this shot as well. This is one of her specialties. 3 Bruins set up a wall. Pabone makes the approach, gets off the shot. It is up and over the crossbar. That looked like she was going for the corner. So a shot attempt for Pabone, her first. Score remains 1-0. Goal kick for Angelina Martin as we are about 2 minutes away from the halftime intermission. Give or take some time. Again, my time unofficial. Gentlemen in the pink shirts are doing that. And a goal kick in. And the Bruins will retreat it back to the defense. Sarah Wallen now on the field, makes that pass a little bit too far, intended for Sigmund. Bruins will throw it in. I have about a minute remaining before the intermission. There's a pass inside, and Goodwin's going to use her body to keep an attacker away from the ball and allow Jeffrey to step up and pick it up off the ground. And this one is out of bounds off Hendrick. The Eagles will throw it in, looking for another opportunity before the whistle. Well, the sun has come out right before we go into halftime. Still some dark clouds, but the sun is able to peek around and brighten things up for us. Again, hopefully the weatherman will continue to be nice to us. 40% chance of rain in the forecast. It's held off for the entire day so far. And that one into the wind, not much on it. The wind knocked it down. It's picked up a little bit in the last couple of moments. Ridenhour has her pass intercepted by Sigmund. Sigmund on the right side. Tries to get it into Epperson. Eagles are keeping it away from the Bruins, but Bob Jones is making it very difficult for Trinity to advance the ball to the offensive side. So the Bruins playing good defense on the offensive side of the field. Sanders has Bland set, but this one out of bounds and a throw in for Bob Jones. Long pass towards Blandset near the corner. Townsend, though, very fast, and she's able to get there in time. So a throw-in coming up. And a substitution. Well, apparently I had a little bit less time on my watch than the official does. And right there is the halftime whistle as we head into the intermission with the score. Bob Jones 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. Before we pause, we'll go ahead and tell you the remaining games on both teams' schedules. After today, tomorrow afternoon, still here on this field in Jacksonville, the Bruins will play Grace Christian University, formerly known as Grace Bible College. That is here on this field. That's a 3 p.m. start time. On October 23rd, the Bruins will travel to Cleveland, Georgia to play Truett McConnell University. That is also a 3 p.m. start time, Tuesday the 23rd. And Bob Jones' final regular season game at Bluefield College in Bluefield, Virginia. That is October 27th at 1 p.m. For the Eagles, after today, homecoming Saturday, we told you about, they will play Grace at 4:30 p.m. this Saturday afternoon. On Tuesday, they're going up to Bruton Parker College in Mount Vernon, Georgia, and saying hello to their former coach, Prince Board. That is Tuesday, a 1 p.m. start time. Friday, October 26th is the regular season finale. That's a home game here against Florida Memorial University and a 4 p.m. start time. The regional final, said it incorrectly earlier, it's at Toccoa Falls College, Toccoa Falls, Georgia, November 1st and Saturday, November 3rd for the championship game. 3 teams in the region, Bob Jones, Trinity Baptist, and Toccoa Falls. So 1-0 as we start halftime. We'll be back at the start of the second half for more women's soccer between the Bruins and the Eagles here on TBC Eagles. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. Second half now underway. Bob Jones 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. Jennifer Townsend connected in minute 37 on a free kick from just outside the penalty area. She got the ball around a 3-eagle wall, a great curveball, and it went by Jennifer Jeffrey into the net. That ball had a whole lot of bite on it. Coach Copeland would have been proud to have her on a mound for that pitch. 1-0, Bob Jones leads. Second half now underway at about 5:08 here in the Eastern Time Zone. So 1-0, Bruins lead. And the Eagles now going from right to left. The wind is still as it has been the entire game, so now the Eagles have the wind in their backs, and the wind will help their long passes downfield. It'll knock down the Bruins this time, barring any change in the direction of the wind. The sun has come out. I checked the News for Jack's weather radar just before the second half started. The rain that was a little bit southeast to us is moving away from us. We still have a few of the sprinkles, but as you see now, it is much brighter, and all the dark clouds have left overhead. There are still some in the area that we can see, but they're no longer above the field. So thanks again, Mr. Weatherman, for cooperating. We really appreciate that. There's Odoms finding Rocourt. Again, the Eagles now going from left to right, wearing their home whites. Bob Jones in the road blues, going now from right to left across your screen. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean is our cameraman. He is a freshman at St. John's River State College in Orange Park and a graduate of Trinity Christian Academy. Always like to brag on my boy. Goodwin in the backfield, loses control of the ball, but is able to keep it away from Brubaker. Goodwin now on the advance. She finds Odoms, but the pass a little bit out of the reach of Kazira Odoms. We had a little bit of raindrops fall during halftime. We put away some of the electronics, but thankfully wasn't enough to force us to shut things down. And right now it looks like we're going to get this one in without any more rain. Let's hope that's correct. Abby Davis gets around Pabot. Now Davis on the move. Just one left to beat. Mitchell comes up from behind, made some contact, and might have gotten away with something inside the penalty box as well. No call, and a goal kick coming up for Jennifer Jeffrey. 7 shots overall by my count for the Bruins in the first half. 3 of them on goal. 1 of them hit the back of the net. Eagles got off 4 shots, 1 on goal. Angelina Martin, make that 2 on goal because Martin has 2 saves. And Jennifer Jeffrey has 1. One of those shots by Bob Jones hit the post, so you know it counts on goal. Not a save, and here is Megan Brubaker looking for a whistle on Emily Davis. She did not get the call. It's been a pretty clean game, just a couple of fouls called. Officials letting them play. There's been some contact, but nothing malicious. And very good, consistent officiating. That's the best thing you can ask for, consistency. Here's Rocourt at the midfield spot. Now Mitchell almost lost control, but this one got away and into the possession of Abby Davis. Goodwin's able to use her footwork, and now Robles steals the ball away from Davis. Long pass downfield, a little bit too strong. Mia Shimkis on the defensive play. Now cross pass to the right side, Carolise Roach. She sent the ball upfield. Sigmund looked like she wasn't ready for it, and she's offsides anyway, so a free kick coming up for the Eagles. 1-0 in favor of Bob Jones University. 7-5-2 on the season, 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. Lady Eagles have had a couple of games canceled, I think 3 as a matter of fact. We had that hurricane come by earlier in the season up north, and that stopped the Eagles from participating in a showcase classic. Had 2 games washed out. Third one a little bit later on. They were going to play Weber International last week. That game was canceled. So the Eagles 2-6, both of those wins coming in South Region play against Toccoa Falls. This is Grace Hoffman. Goodwin is able to keep the ball away from her, but now Davis has 2 to beat. Tries to get around Sanders, and again dribbled a little bit too strongly, and Ridenauer was right there to pick it up. Davis, though, had thoughts of stealing that pass. Here's an attempt toward the goal. Christina Poor looked like her foot might have hit the ground before she made contact with the ball. That one went astray and out of bounds. A goal kick now for the Eagles. First attempt of the afternoon for Poor, number 8 overall for the Bruins. That one missed wide to the left, and a goal kick for Jennifer Jeffrey. Jeffrey making sure her offense is set. This time the wind in her back, a low line drive out of bounds off the leg of Brubaker. Wind has shifted just a little bit. It's blowing a little bit more directly towards the camera, but still has that left to right direction overall. It's out of the northeast. We've had consistent winds around 16 miles an hour, gusts in the low 20s. Odoms is able to get the ball away from the Bruins. Odoms gets around Townsend with the attempt, and this one picked up by Townsend. Odoms lost her footing as she tried to get off the shot. She had Martin beat, but was unable to get much on it. Give Odoms a shot attempt. That is her first of the afternoon. A break for the Bruins. Odoms missed an opportunity there. Lost her footing as she tried to get the shot off, and Townsend with a terrific defensive play to keep that ball out of the goal. So unofficially a save for Jennifer Townsend. She has scored the only goal of the game to this point. Davis with a cross pass inside, but out of the reach of her intended target, Martin. And Robles on the move all alone. She looks for Odoms, but her pass is off the mark. And contact, no call. Odoms again trying to get around the defense. Mitchell right at midfield. Finds help in Goodwin to the right side, right in front of the camera. This one is out of bounds, and it's a goal kick coming up for Angelina Martin. One nothing. Bob Jones leads. We are about 8 minutes into the second half. Long pass to the right side. Allie Sigmund all alone now sends it upfield. Romiser, Abby Davis giving chase with Kylie Sanders. Both make contact with the ball, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Bruins. Last touch by Kylie Sanders. I believe this is the first corner kick of the game for the Bruins. Don't recall any in the first half. Heading over to the corner, Marissa Alabach. This one will curve a little bit away from the net, especially with that wind blowing left to right. Abby Davis with the header. She got under it. Out of bounds. Give Davis a shot attempt, her second of the day. Goal kick coming up for Jennifer Jeffrey. Remember, the Eagles had 3 corner kicks in less than a minute in the first half. Good boot by Jeffrey. This one will pass the stripe and bounce out of bounds. Bob Jones will throw it in. Hoffman right under camera, out of view, but she gets a good throw in to her defensive side, and the Bruins will set up another chance to advance. Sanders with the interception. Sigmund gets possession right back, and now she and Mitchell and Reidenauer all going for the ball. Reidenauer across the field to Goodwin. That one went right in front of Davis. Fortunately for the Eagles, Pabon was able to pick it off. Bailey Martin, she has a leg to take that shot. Didn't get her foot set just right. Eagles able to take it away. And Rocourt loses control of the ball. Bob Jones with another possession. Davis knocks down the pass, controls it very well, sends it toward the corner. Megan Brubaker, though, couldn't get there in time, and it's Eagles' possession. Remember the South Region Tournament at Toccoa Falls College in North Georgia. It's Bob Jones who will host the national tournament up in Greenville, South Carolina. Men's South Region Tournament right here at Trinity Baptist. Davis hits Robles, and a wall pass to Odoms. Now down the right sideline, Robles keeps it in bounds, but as the ball hits the ground again, it takes a right turn. And a tough break for Robles on that possession. She did all she could to keep it in bounds. Spin on the ball caused it to trickle out, and a throw in for the Bruins. This throw in sails out of bounds. Wind knocked that one down and pushed it a little bit toward the sideline. Again, the wind mostly left to right, but a little bit inward toward us as well. So the wind helped push that throw in out of bounds. Bailey Martin with possession, backs it up. Now Martin on the left side. Good pass to Roach. Roach all alone as she approaches midfield. Davis inside the circle, lets it go by. Goodwin beats Davis to the ball. This one's going toward the direction of the Bruins, and they'll have a throw in deep in potential scoring territory. Loose ball, Mitchell is able to grab it. Sanders sends it upfield. Frazina with a good boot. Back past the midfield stripe. Loose ball grabbed in the middle of the field, picked up by Rigg. Long pass intended for Davis outside the box. Knocked away by Pabon. Loose ball in the box. And both number 4s, one on each team, tangle up. Pabon and Davis get up pretty quickly. No call. Good sportsmanship, making sure each other's all right. This one is out of bounds. Throw in for the Bruins. And we're going to have a blocking foul called against the Bruins. Free kick coming up for the Eagles. About 14 minutes into the second half, Bruins lead 1-0. Jennifer Townsend with the lone goal of the game. Each team has had opportunities and a couple of tough breaks on both. Now Davis steals from Reidenauer, gets inside the shot right at Jeffrey, drops to her knees, making sure the ball could not trickle underneath. That is save number 2 by Jennifer Jeffries. Third shot for Davis, second on goal. She had a header opportunity just a few minutes ago. Jennifer Jeffrey dropped to her knees, closed up the hole, and was able to make the save. Bruins on the move once again. Sanders, though, taps it away for Zena. approaching midfield, has this one taken away by Roach. Roach on the advance, and Pabon steps up like she always does and clears the ball away. Both teams have played excellent defense as well, stopping several attacks from the opposition. Davis chasing with Pabon, and Jeffrey steps out, clears it away, and gives her defense a chance to get back. Pabon, Goodman, and Ridenauer on the defensive front for the Eagles. In the backfield for Bob Jones has been Hoffman, Alabach, Townsend going both ways, offensively and defensively. She's been all over the field. As it stands right now, so far, Townsend is the player of the game. Shimkus also playing very solid defense for the Bruins as well. Emily Davis and Hoffman tie up. Hoffman comes away with the ball. Pass inside to Rigg. Goodwin trying to get to the ball before Brubaker, but it's Brubaker who wins the race. Loose ball now inside the box. Double contact at one time. Now Kazira Odoms trying to beat Townsend down the right side. And Townsend taps it out of bounds. Good play by the Bruins defender. And a substitution now for the Eagles. Courtney Bland set coming in. Caitlin Frazina heading off. Back underway, Robles throws it into Odoms. Well, the clouds have covered up the field again, but not the dark rain clouds. These are much brighter, but they are blocking the sun, and it feels absolutely gorgeous out here now. We're in the upper 70s, still with a good strong wind, as Davis and Ridenauer battle. Davis comes away with the ball just inside the box. Ridenauer needed to be careful not to pick up a foul in the penalty box. Here's Pabon with a big boot downfield. Ridenauer making solid body contact, had to back off inside the box, but she was still able to use her feet to get the ball away from Abby Davis. Remember, in case you missed it, Abby Davis has 17 goals on the season. The Bruins have played just 14 games, averaging more than one per game. Outside to Brubaker. And Bailey Martin all alone, now guarded by Mitchell. Pass to the side, knocked down by Sigmund. She gets inside the line. A couple of Eagles get back on defense. Pabon once again. And good presence of mind for Kristen Pabon to get it to the sideline and making sure it didn't go past the end line for a corner kick. Throw in for the Bruins, a substitution. Jennifer Townsend will head off. So will Allie Sigmund. Coming on now, number 24, Kayla Romiser. Nope, Townsend just heading over to the other sideline. She's staying on the field. Started to head toward the 10 as if she was coming out, just setting up her new position. Townsend's been all over the field, front, back, left, and right, middle, sidelines. Only goal of the game. Also picked up a save on an open net. She got back in time to clear it away. That ball would have tied the game at 1. That came early on in this second half. Bland set now trying to beat Alabach. Alabach wins the possession. Wind has really picked up, blowing hard from left to right now as that one sails out of bounds near the corner. Some of those darker clouds now starting to make their way back overhead. No precipitation at the moment. Davis with the shot and the goal. The left-footed shot right inside the net. And the Bruins lead now 2-0. That one comes 21 minutes into the second half. And a 2-goal lead now for Bob Jones University. So minute 66. 18th goal of the season for Abby Davis. She got inside the box, got around the defense, used the left foot that time, curved it into the right side of the net, and Bob Jones leads 2-0. Great job by the senior Abby Davis, her 18th goal of the season. This is game number 15. Jessica Bond at midfield backs it up. Bruins have had much better ball control here in the second half. Trinity started with most of the first half with the offensive possession on their front end of the field, but Bob Jones, since late in the first and into the second, has really controlled the ball very well up front. Blocking foul called on Epperson, and a free kick coming for Trinity. We're about 21 minutes into the second half. Coming up on the 22-minute mark, about midway through the second half now. 2-0 Bruins lead. This one out of bounds and a throw-in for Bob Jones. Substitution for the Bruins, heading onto the field, number 16, Caroline Hartzler, and Abby Davis will head off. I'm sure we'll see her again before too long. Well, we lost our bright sunshine, but still nothing falling from the sky. At most, we've had a very light mist and a couple of sprinkles. Roach down the right sideline, gets around Sanders. Ridenhour, though, able to pick it off. Lancet down, no call. Lancet slow to get up over near the sideline. Looks like she's going to be all right. Shakes it off. That is a tough young lady. Now right in front of us, Megan Brubaker. Emily Davis coming on the defense. Sent up inside, 1-on-2. Hartzler loses control of the ball. Pabone's able to clear it away. And Pabone now with possession, taps it back to Jeffrey. And Jeffrey gets a nice kick off the ground. Odoms trying to beat two, 1-on-2. And that one came off Odom's foot a little too strongly, and a loose ball will be grabbed by the Bruins' Jennifer Townsend. Bruins player down in the backfield, Shimkus. She gets up, shakes it off, steps back up near midfield. Kylie Sanders with possession, finding Mitchell. And Eagles women's volleyball against Johnson University of Tennessee at 7 o'clock. We're going to try to get into the gym in time to bring that to you here on TBC Eagles. Eagles against the Royals, and a tripping foul called on Karima Mitchell. Now this time the Bruins are kicking in to a very strong wind, so they're just going to tap it this time. 3 times in the first half, they went toward the goal from that far out. This time they're kicking it into the wind and just got it back into play. Alexa Goodwin. Brubaker on the defense. Off Pabone, loose ball. Hartzler and Mitchell tangle up, and that's going to be a free kick for Bob Jones. And Mitchell is going to get called for the yellow card. And Karima Mitchell and the official exchanging some pleasant words. Couple of chuckles. Mitchell backing off. Good sportsmanship after getting called for the caution. This is Jessica Bond with 3 Eagles right in front. They'll have to back it up 10 yards. This is the same kind of play that Townsend scored on in the first half. It was, of course, on the other side of the field. This is on the left side of the goal. Townsend connected from the right side. Jeffrey back in goal. Now 4 players right in front. Here's Bond with the attempt right at the goal, and Jeffrey is right there. So Bond with her first shot attempt, it's on goal. Save number 3 for Jennifer Jeffrey. Again, the Bruins kicking into the wind. For the moment now, it has stopped, but the wind helped to knock that last shot attempt down from Jessica Bond. Robles all alone at midfield. Pass towards Davis. Emily Davis, well, was a little bit out of her reach. Nice play by the gentleman helping out. Hey, thanks for keeping the ball from hitting my car. It was headed right toward my Saturn View. Thing's been hit a few times. Oh well. 13 years old, fully paid for. No big deal. Bruins send the ball back upfield. A little bit of mist now starting to fall overhead. This one intended for Hartzler, but a little too strong, and Goodwin tries to send it upfield, but Romiser knocks it down. Now Hartzler and Jeffrey both chasing the ball down, and Jeffrey wins the race. Wind is really howling now. We had about 30 seconds of calm. This wind has picked up. Bond on the move. Finds some help inside, Emma Walker. Townsend steps up from the backfield. And this one gets away from Brubaker, and she's able to keep the ball in bounds right in front of us. Good hustle by Brubaker. Bruins slow things down, leading by 2. And a pass intended for number 24, Romiser. Out of her reach, Pabon sends it upfield. Here's Mitchell right near the spot. Have about 18 minutes left on the clock. Bob Jones 2, Trinity Baptist nothing. And Robles right at the stripe, 1-on-2. She gets around Epperson. Now trying to beat Bond to the left side. Bond causes Robles to back off just a bit. Mitchell sending it toward the goal. Looked like a shot attempt for Karima Mitchell. Into the hands of Angelina Martin. That is save number 3 for Martin. First attempt for Mitchell on the afternoon. Bruins now at midfield. Wind knocked that one down. A header from Hartzler. And Hartzler now going 1-on-4, and then she finds Walker to her right. Loose ball, won by Romiser. Trying to beat Goodwin. A cross pass inside. Pabon got a foot on it and kept it away from Hartzler. Shot attempt towards goal. Walker with the attempt right into the possession of Jennifer Jeffrey, her 3rd save. Emma Walker, her first shot of the afternoon. It is on goal. Jeffrey with the wind in her back gets off a great punt right at midfield. Bond knocks it down. Right at midfield, there's Walker. Great pass downfield towards Carolise Roach. Just inside the box, the shot, and out of bounds. That was a pass, rather, from my vantage point. It looked at first like Roach was going for it all. That was a pass for Hartzler, who had an open net and misdirected it out of bounds wide to the left. Missed opportunity for Caroline Hartzler. Score remains 2-0. Goal kick coming up for the Eagles. Sydney Self now on the field wearing number 13. She's right in front of the camera as we speak. And that's Self right there, taking that goal kick out of bounds. Looks like she has a cast on her left arm. Not affecting how she runs, but let's hope no problems with her left arm. Good to see that she's healthy enough to play, however. Sydney Self on the field for the Bruins. Raindrops have subsided once again. Nothing hard at all throughout the game. We've had a couple of minutes worth of sprinkles here and there throughout the game. Nothing more than that. Ball out of bounds. Mitchell and Christina Poor tangle up, and ball goes out of bounds. It's Bob Jones' throw-in. There's Walker with Mitchell coming up from behind, and she's able to find Bond at midfield. Pabon with the header back to Bond. Again, right inside the circle. Bob Jones really just needs to play good, solid defense now, but they're keeping the ball on the offensive side of the field. Two 2-0 Bruins lead. Pass to the outside. And it looks like Bob Jones is going to start working down the clock on the defensive side. If they get an opportunity to attack, however, they will take advantage of it. Pabon sends it back to Jeffrey. And Hartzler got right on top of Jeffrey, looking for a chance to take the ball away, possibly get an open net shot. There's Rocourt towards Mitchell at midfield. Eagles trail by 2. They need to start advancing. Good win to the outside. Emily Davis wide open all by herself, loses control of the ball, and Self taps it out of bounds. It's a throw-in for the Eagles. We have approximately 13 minutes left on the clock. This one will bounce out of bounds and stay with the Eagles. Mitchell with Walker on her back is able to find Sanders wide open in the circle. Pabon steps up from the defensive side. She and Poor battle for the ball. Eagles come away with it. Blanchett now gets between 2, but then loses control. Jessica Bond got a foot on it to knock it away. Poor down the right side. Rocourt is able to keep the ball away. It last hit off Poor, so the Eagles have possession. Mitchell, long pass for Odoms, but out of the reach of Odoms. That was a pass attempt. Angelina Martin picks it up. Again, she's working down the clock, punting it into the wind. Couldn't get much on it because of that strong wind that knocked it down. Again, the Bruins are just slowing things down, working up some clock with a 2-goal lead. Starting to cool off here in Jacksonville as well. We're down into the mid-70s now. Finally starting to feel like fall weather. Of course, summers in Jacksonville is brutally hot. Davis looking for Odoms, and that pass a little too strong. And a pass attempt from Emily Davis. Loose ball trickles out of bounds. Eagles will throw it in. Again, Grace Christian University here Saturday at 4:30. Of course, Grace and Bob Jones are playing on our field tomorrow at 3. Homecoming Saturday. The gentlemen play Talladega College at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Coach Jones bringing in some portable temporary lights. Blancett had a chance to advance, but more good defense by the Bruins. Emma Walker knocked the ball away from Blancett. The 2018 soccer season winding down in just a couple more weeks. Most teams with just 2, maybe 3 games left after this week finishes off. South Region tournaments begin October 31st. National tournament just shy of mid-November. And this one downfield. Intended for Poor. She's unable to beat Ridenauer to the ball. Ridenauer got it back to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey sends it back upfield. Poor once again on the sideline. And this one is cleared off to the side. Ridenauer giving her defense a chance to set up. Poor and Rocourt across the field. Sanders, Walker. And this one trickles out of bounds. Off Emma Walker, so a goal kick for the Eagles. Just about 9 minutes to go, give or take a little bit of time. Bob Jones with a 2-0 lead over the Eagles. Men's basketball begins next Saturday afternoon at 3. Women's basketball not far behind. The Eagles Tip-Off Classic starting on November 2nd. That's when the ladies will take the court as well. November 2nd and November 3rd, the Eagles Tip-Off Classic as college basketball begins at Trinity Baptist College. Gentlemen won a few scrimmage games down in Costa Rica. They had their annual black-white game earlier this week. Coach Jones very pleased with his roster and how they've performed in all those scrimmage games and their practice sessions as well. Coach Jones says his team is going to be very, very competitive, especially within the South region. The men's and the women's basketball schedules are up on tbceagles.com, and we're getting closer and closer to the launch of the brand new tbceagles.com. That's coming hopefully before too long. Odoms and Bond both going for the ball, and Odoms might have gotten away with a push down near the corner on Self, and a throw in for the Eagles. This one out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity Baptist. Carly Mitchell on the field for the Bruins. Eagles throw it in. Goodwin. Header off Blancett. Blancett almost had possession and a chance to shoot, but the ball just a little bit out of her reach. There's Carly Mitchell right in front of us wearing number 19. A long pass downfield. The wind knocked it down, and Ridenauer is able to get it up to Jeffrey, who's able to clear it back upfield. Pabone beats Walker to the ball and clears it out of bounds. Throw in for the Bruins. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the ball game. Few substitutions now for Bob Jones University. Among others, Kristen Rigg back on the field. Megan Brubaker. Number 8, Bailey Martin back on for Bob Jones. Those are the 3 new players for the Bruins. Abby Davis knocked the ball away, and that's going to be a corner kick now for the Bruins. Davis tried to get the ball inside, but Sanders knocked it out, and corner kick coming up now. Again, the right-footed kick that's going to clear away, especially with the wind. This one clears off. Mitchell was unable to corral it, and I heard a whistle, and that's going to be a free kick now for the Eagles. Little blocking foul on one of the Bruins players. Didn't notice which one, but a free kick for Trinity Baptist. Just under 6 minutes to go, coming up a little closer to the 5-minute mark. 2-0 Bruins lead. Glad you're able to join us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. The athletic director, John D. Jones. Noom Royaman, the women's soccer head coach. Dean Bureau, our cameraman. I'm Ray Bureau, bringing you the action. Thank you for all of you watching on TBC Eagles. If you're not watching, no reason to do this, so we're glad you're able to tune in. Really enjoy bringing you Eagles athletics. This one out of bounds, off the leg of Sydney Self. Throw in for the Eagles. Substitutions on each side. Sierra Warren for Trinity, and Grace Hoffman for Bob Jones. Throw in back to Pabone. And that ball knocked down and taken away by Epperson. And again, now the Bruins, especially as we get within the final 5 minutes, just look like they're going to try to work down the clock. But Courtney Bland's set very nearly got a steal right in front of the net. Now the Bruins have an opportunity to advance. Here's Abby Davis in the middle of the field just outside the box. They're kicking into the wind that has really picked up. It's shifted more directly in toward the camera this time, but it is howling well over 20 miles an hour. There you see the flag off in the distance. And you see just how much the wind is ripping and shifting a lot. Warren takes the ball away from Epperson. However, Brubaker gets it right back, and now Robles with the steal near midfield. And contact, no call. Officials letting them play on, especially as we're winding down within, looks like, the final 3 minutes. Good win at midfield, backs it up to Mitchell. Eagles now again at midfield. Bruins just keeping the ball on the defensive side, keeping it away from the net. This one out of bounds, and it'll be Bob Jones' throw-in. Final 2 minutes, if that much, left on the clock. And this one will be a throw-in for the Eagles. Alexa Goodwin, little grimace. Looks like she might have mildly turned an ankle trying to get to that ball. She's all right. Now she's starting to limp off. No way she wants to come out of this one. Rocourt and Hoffman racing for the ball. They tie up, and it's going to be a foul called on Nia Rocourt. So Bruins now with a free kick. Marissa Alabach back, ready to put it back into play. Final moments of the ball game. Alabach with the drill toward the goal, into the wind even. And Abby Davis will be called for offsides. That was one terrific shot attempt by Marissa Alabach. That ball was into the wind and very nearly made it all the way to the net. Well, with the offsides call, it goes as a pass. But again, very impressive boot from Alabach. Abby Davis taps it over to Epperson. Mitchell with the steal. See if the Eagles can get one in. A long pass towards Blanchette, but it's out of her reach, and Martin's able to pick it up on the bounce. Sanders trying to get it back inside. Wynn took that one well away from Blanchette and Rocourt. Well, thank you, Weatherman, for keeping the rain away. We're able to get this one in. Epperson's attempt knocked down by Davis. She was looking for a very wide open Carly Mitchell on the left side. Mitchell now trying to get around Jeffrey, and a goal for Carly Mitchell. That ball bounced away. Jeffrey was there, but it took a right turn. Mitchell stayed with it and got the goal. So with about a minute or so left, Carly Mitchell extends the lead 3-0 in favor of the Bruins. Carly Mitchell, if I have that correct, her first goal of the season. Great job by the young lady staying with the ball. It was out of her reach, but she chased it down, got a good bounce, and took advantage with the goal. And that'll do it, as that is the final whistle with the score. Bob Jones University 3, Trinity Baptist College nothing. A very exciting game here in the South region. We're back out here Saturday afternoon at 4:30 as the Lady Eagles play Grace Christian, and the gentlemen follow at 7. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us on TBC Eagles. Dean, our cameraman, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night. God bless you from Trinity Baptist